Welcome back. We've been talking about it in just a few weeks. The second big festival of the year here will take over 2 weekends in Austin. And October, as we know, still tends to be a big month when it comes to heat and fatigue. Dr. Jess Tranchina, the founder of Generator Athlete Lab, is here to give us some tips. Keep your body feeling great and keep you rocking on for multiple days. That's the big thing. Dr. Jess, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Rosie.
The first thing shouldn't surprise anyone here. It's hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. But I did have some questions for you when it comes to how to hydrate. So why don't you go ahead and tell me your tips first?
Love to. So rule of thumb, you want to think about rule of thumb, 1/2 ounce to 1 ounce per pound of body weight. I like to steer closer to the ounce. So whatever your body weight is, in ounces, you want to be drinking that. But to your point, and probably question here is, do you chug all the ounces in 1 hour? No. You get a sippy cup, you get a bottle, you sip throughout the day. Really, really important if you're outside, especially if ACL is really hot.
You guys are gonna have to brave the porta potties, so just get past it now. Gentle sipping throughout the day.
Yeah.
Carry a water bottle if you can. Here's where I want to ask a question, is that electrolytes have really blown up on the market in the last couple of years. And I did not know, for example, how much salt was in some of the electrolytes I was consuming.
That's right.
And so when I'm looking back at an old school Gatorade bottle, almost no salt, but there can be reasons for it, right? So can you talk to me about salinity and its usefulness?
Yes, I'm glad you asked that question. So you're exactly right. Some electrolyte blends have more salt than others, and in my personal opinion, have too much salt. That said, if you're a salty sweater and you notice, personally, I am actually a salty sweater, and you'll notice salt lines, that may be okay for you. I've got another brand besides the few that you're probably thinking of that have salt, Pure Encapsulations, that has a less salty additive to the electrolyte. It's a more balanced of the 5 electrolytes that I prefer if I'm not extra sweating. But if you really are a big sweater and you notice you have a salt line, it's okay to supplement.
And then I was going to say, and you're kind of sticky, tacky,
exactly,
almost dry like the desert on your face after a little while. That means you probably
had some
salt.
It is okay to replenish with electrolytes that have a little extra sodium. But if you're not extra sweaty and you don't extra salinate when you sweat and you supplement with those, you could create a little swelling in your body.
That's what I was going to say is that, I was drinking something that was 23% of your daily sodium, and I was like, I know I'm going to go over 100% now today because salt's in stinking everything.
Exactly.
So something to keep an eye out for. And then I love this. Compression socks are your best friend.
They are my favorite. And people think, oh, they're just for old people. They are absolutely not. They're for young people.
Toes.
They are for young people. Ask anybody that knows anything about compression socks. They'll tell you that they're your best friend. First of all, please fly in them. If you are flying to the festival, wear them on the plane. If you're standing for prolonged periods of time, wear them. I tell people to wear them after an exercise bout. If you're working out for an hour or two, wear them for half the amount of time after. Here's the biggest thing though, they have to be graduated, meaning the compression has to be graduated. So distally or at the foot is tighter than proximally at the knee. So rule of thumb is about 15 to 20 or 30 millimeters of mercury, but you can go to the drugstore and get them. These are not things you have to get online. You can. So if you go into Walgreens or CVS and you see the compression socks aisle, just make sure they're graduated. It will say graduated compression and it'll have millimeters of mercury there.
And it can help keep you from swelling on the lower half, keep you from a little bit of pain, keep you a little bit more comfortable. And I have walked a long time in sandals and boy, the blisters.
Exactly.
So wear a pair of socks that might help you out. And move and stretch frequently. This I was slightly surprised by, but really if you're walking, you're only doing one style of movement.
That's right, or standing. You're not doing anything.
Yeah.
The tightest spots on your body will become your calves, your hamstrings, and your hip flexors. You'll notice. Want to touch back a little bit on compression socks on planes. It will help prevent DVTs, deep vein thrombosis, which have happened in young people. Blood clots. But yeah, your calves are going to get tight when you're standing because your soleuses, your calves, are constantly on fire when you're standing. So you just want to put your foot up on a wall, put your foot back, get a little hip flexor. put your foot up this way and get a little hamstring throughout the day.
Okay, so just something to move and stretch a little bit. Even shoulders, because you might be in the crowd and kind of tighten
like
up.
this.
Yeah, okay. How about elevating our legs at the end of the day? This is supposed to be a big help.
Get all that lymph fluid and blood from your feet all the way back into your heart so it can recirculate, replenish, and decrease and dump the toxins out of your body. So if everything goes down, you want it to come back up to circulate just so you can do the next day.
Okay.
If we get trashed the first day, we're tired, we're dehydrated, we're not going to make it the second day.
Well, and I think you bring up a very good point, because I do want to talk about nutrition and rest. Don't seem to be the words we tend to use when we talk about going to a festival. But at the very least, if you're partying all night long, nutrition can still be a big part of what you do.
Guys, this is a marathon, not a sprint.
It's so true.
If you're going for all 3 days, you bought the 3-day pass, you want to get your money's worth. My biggest tip is protein. You know that festival food's going to have some great carbs. It's probably going to have some fats that we're not used to. Prioritize protein.
Okay.
If you can sneak in some nuts or yogurt or a beef stick, or I don't know if you can or can't, but if not, if you're looking at a variety of foods, choose the one with protein. It'll help keep you full and help with longevity.
Okay, a little short nap here or there wouldn't be bad either. And mind your feet. You and I were both trying to try on Ben's lovely cowboy boots,
They're so cute.
because they would be so perfect for festival wear, but really comfortable shoes on these uneven surfaces are going to be your I'm going to say best friend, but we already know that the compression socks are your best friend.
Best friend.
Second best friend.
Did you see Ben's comfortable Converse though that he was wearing?
I did. I
Those
love
were
them.
so cute and comfortable. So the more comfortable the shoe, the better. If you're not, you're going with the cute. Go home, get a golf ball or a lacrosse ball, roll your foot on it, just to kind of get some fluid and some muscles massaged after a day of standing and walking.
And blister tape, cushioned insoles. The thing is, I've done this. You don't want your day to end early.
That's right.
Because
or your weekend to end early.
I literally have been like, let's go to the merch store and see if they sell socks. Or see if they sell something that could make my feet a little bit comfortable on the way out. And all of this to say, you can help at the end of the festival season,
We
right?
can,
Yeah.
absolutely. We can do some recovery. We have some massage. We have all the things that are cheating, where you can just come in and we can do it for you.
Well, that sounds good to me. Dr. Jess, as always, it's so good to see you. Are you going to brave either of the weekends of ACO?
Probably not.
I'm a big no, because I'm a avoider of crowds, but but for those who are going, we wish you well, and we wish that if you buy the 3-day pass that you get to make it to all 3 days.
This.
You got this. That's right, Dr. Jess. Thank you. Learn more about Dr. Jess's work and book a day pass or tour at generatorathlete.lab.com.